right, so today we had our slope-intercept form notes, and we just went over all the parts of the equation. We began with f of x. So f of x, there we go, we said was the same as y. So we said that this was the y variable, and then we got a little stuck. We weren't too sure what else we had. So we talked about Dr. Idiot. Y'all told me x goes here, y goes here, and let's begin. So we have Dr. Idiot. Dr. Idiot. Okay, so you see if we spelled out Dr. Idiot. Okay, and y'all told me that we have domain and range, independent and dependent, and then input and output. So from there, you guys were able to give me a little bit more like dependent, output, duh. And then we said that y is the same as f of x. And of course, we're talking about range. Okay, moving forward, we have the equal sign. It's pretty straightforward there. So the equal sign, we have a left side and it must be equal to the value of the opposite, which would be the right side. There we go. Left side is equal to the right side. And let's go ahead and keep moving forward. Now we have our M. I don't think I'm going to color it as nicely as I did during class, sorry. Okay, so our M. M, you guys told me, is a coefficient representing slope, which is the same as saying rise, which can go up or down, over run, which is always going to the right. All right. Then you guys told me there was one with a triangle. I couldn't remember what that triangle meant. So I told y'all that that triangle is actually a Greek letter. That's the delta symbol. And that means change. Okay, continuing, we also had We took this a little bit further and we calculated that change. We say that we take our second y sub 2, and we subtract our first y sub 1 from it. And of course, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. That's how we can calculate the change. And also, this is one that we're going to be using a lot, rate of, guessed it, change. We use this term instead of slope whenever we're talking about something real, so it has a unit of measurement. There we go. Okay, let's continue to x. X I usually represent with blue. There we are. Okay, so x is the opposite of y. So this one made it kind of easy to go through. So this is our x variable. The opposite over here would be independent, or my input. And of course, that's our domain. Now, there was something important, so I went ahead and wrote it in red. X affects y, which is the dependent variable. That's why we have f of x. Y cannot exist without that x. Okay, let's go ahead and scoot over a bit. Obviously, that's our plus sign. So, our plus sign combines the constant b to the equation by either adding, but we don't have to necessarily add. We could also subtract. So let's go on to our last term here, which is our b, which we also talked about it right now. So our b is a constant, just like we said earlier. And we call it a y-intercept. So let's talk about on a graph. This is where the line crosses the y-axis. But on a table, 0 will be the input. I'll pause it here.